Everything you've been told your whole life might be a lie. From breakfast being mandatory to the spiders crawling into your mouth at night, some of the most famous facts in the world are actually pure myths. And once you hear the truth, you'll never unlearn it. We grow up trusting what sounds scientific, traditional, or just repeated often enough. But repetition doesn't make something true. Today, we're exposing some of the biggest myths people still believe about food, animals, the human body, and even pirates. Let's separate fact from fiction. Fact 1: breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You've heard this line your entire life, but it's not scientific truth, it's marketing history. The idea that breakfast is essential came from the late 1800s when John Harvey Kellogg and other food manufacturers aggressively promoted breakfast foods, especially cereal. In the 1900s, companies pushed the message even harder, framing breakfast as a health necessity. Modern science, however, doesn't support the claim that eating breakfast guarantees weight loss, better focus, or longevity. What truly matters is total calorie intake, food quality, and lifestyle. Some people feel energized eating early, while others function better skipping breakfast entirely. Your body doesn't run on the clock, it runs on stored energy. Fact 2: owls are wise. Owls have symbolized wisdom for centuries, but that reputation is more aesthetic than factual. Their large eyes and fixed stare make them appear thoughtful and intelligent. In reality, owls rely heavily on instinct rather than problem-solving skills. Birds like crows and ravens are far more intelligent. They can recognize faces, use tools, and solve complex puzzles. Owls are exceptional hunters with amazing night vision and silent flight, but intelligence-wise, they're not standout scholars of the animal kingdom. Their wisdom is a human projection, not a scientific fact. Fact 3: camels store water in their humps. Camels are often portrayed as desert animals carrying water in their humps, but that image is completely wrong. A camel's hump is actually made of fat, sometimes weighing up to 80 pounds. This fat acts as an energy reserve when food is scarce, allowing camels to survive extreme desert conditions. The water myth exists because camels are incredibly efficient at managing hydration. They can drink up to 40 gallons of water in a single session and then go weeks without drinking again. Their bodies conserve water through specialized red blood cells and temperature regulation. Water storage isn't in the hump, it's in their biology. Fact 4: you should pee on jellyfish stings. Movies have convinced people that urinating on a jellyfish sting is a heroic medical move, but it's actually risky. Jellyfish stings come from microscopic venom-filled cells called nematocysts that can remain inactive after contact. Urine, depending on its salt concentration and temperature, can cause these cells to fire again, releasing even more venom into the skin. That means more pain, not less. The proper treatment is rinsing the area with seawater, never fresh water, and soaking it in hot water to neutralize the toxins. Vinegar can help for certain species, but urine almost never does. Fact 5: chameleons change color to camouflage. Chameleons are famous for blending in, but their color-changing ability isn't about hiding. Instead, it's about communication and temperature control. Bright colors often signal aggression, dominance, or excitement, while darker shades help absorb heat when they're cold. Lighter colors reflect heat when temperatures rise. This color change happens because of specialized skin cells called chromatophores and nanocrystals that reflect light differently. While chameleons may sometimes resemble their surroundings, it's mostly coincidence. They're not actively matching backgrounds like a living invisibility cloak. Their color shifts are biological messages, not camouflage magic. Fact 6: chickens die instantly without their heads. Most animals wouldn't survive decapitation, but chickens are a strange exception in rare cases. In 1945, a chicken named Mike survived for 18 months after losing his head because part of his brain stem remained intact. The brain stem controls basic life functions like breathing and heartbeat. Mike was fed through an eyedropper and became a national attraction. His survival wasn't consciousness, as we understand it, but automatic biological function. While extremely rare, it proves that life can continue without higher brain activity, making it one of the strangest true stories in biology. Fact 7: sharks can smell a drop of blood from miles away. Sharks do have an excellent sense of smell, but not the supernatural ability movies give them. They can detect blood at about 1 part per million, which is roughly equivalent to a drop in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's impressive, but it's nowhere near miles away. Ocean currents, tides, and water movement quickly disperse scent, making long-distance tracking nearly impossible. Sharks rely on a combination of smell, movement, and electrical signals, not a blood GPS. They're powerful predators, but Hollywood exaggerates their abilities for dramatic effect. Fact 8. Never wake a sleepwalker. Many people believe waking a sleepwalker is dangerous, but there's no evidence to support that fear. Waking a sleepwalker won't cause a heart attack or permanent psychological damage. The person may feel confused or startled, but they'll be fine. Sleepwalking occurs during deep sleep, so waking someone simply interrupts that cycle. The real danger lies in letting sleepwalkers wander freely. They can fall, leave the house, or even attempt risky activities. If possible, gently guide them back to bed. If that's not safe, waking them is completely acceptable and often the safer option. Fact 9. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Lightning doesn't follow sayings, it follows physics. Tall structures like skyscrapers, radio towers, and trees are struck repeatedly because lightning seeks the path of least resistance. The Empire State Building alone is hit around 20 to 25 times every year. This myth likely survived because lightning strikes feel rare and unpredictable, but in reality, certain locations are magnets for it. Lightning doesn't remember where it's been, and it doesn't avoid repeat visits. If conditions are right, the same spot can be struck over and over again. Fact 10. Blood is blue inside your veins. Human blood is never blue at any point in the body. Oxygen-rich blood is bright red, while oxygen-poor blood is a darker red, but it's always red. The reason veins appear blue under the skin is due to how light penetrates tissue. Blue wavelengths scatter more easily than red, creating an optical illusion. This misconception became so widespread that many people believe blood turns red only when exposed to air. That's false. The only creatures with genuinely blue blood are certain animals, like horseshoe crabs. Humans have red blood. Always have. Always will. Fact 11. Humans swallow 8 spiders. This creepy fact is completely fabricated. Spiders actively avoid humans because we're loud, warm, and constantly moving, basically the opposite of what they want. The vibrations from breathing, snoring, and even heartbeats scare them away. The myth likely originated as an example of how easily misinformation spreads, and people believed it without question. There's no scientific evidence supporting it, and the odds of swallowing even one spider accidentally are extremely low. Unless someone is intentionally eating spiders, nothing is crawling into their mouth at night. Fact 12. Pirates made people walk the plank. Despite being iconic in movies, walking the plank was rarely used by real pirates. Historical records show little evidence of it happening regularly. Pirates were criminals running dangerous operations, not theatrical villains staging dramatic executions. If someone needed to be punished or killed, pirates chose faster, more practical methods like throwing them overboard or holding them for ransom. The idea of walking the plank became popular in 19th century novels and stage plays, long after the golden age of piracy had ended. Hollywood later turned it into a symbol, but it wasn't standard pirate practice. Fact 13. You lose most body heat through your head. This myth came from a flawed 1950s military experiment where soldiers wore full cold weather gear except for their heads. Naturally, most heat escaped from the only exposed area. In reality, heat loss depends on exposed skin surface area, not body parts. Your head only accounts for about 10% of your total body surface. Any uncovered skin loses heat equally. Wearing a hat helps, but so do gloves, jackets, and pants. If you went outside naked wearing only a hat, you'd still freeze. Your head isn't a heat chimney, it's just another body part. Fact 14. Humans only have 5 senses. The idea that humans only have 5 senses comes from Aristotle, and we've repeated it for thousands of years without questioning it. In reality, scientists have identified many more senses beyond sight: hearing, smell, taste, and touch. For example, balance is controlled by the vestibular sense, which keeps you upright. Proprioception lets you know where your body parts are without looking. Thermoreception senses heat and cold. Nociception detects pain. And interoception monitors internal states like hunger and breathing. Without these extra senses, simple tasks like walking or standing would be impossible. Humans are far more sensory aware than we're taught. Fact 15. Carrots give you night vision. Carrots are healthy, but they won't turn you into a human night vision device. They contain beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin essential for eye health. If someone is severely deficient in vitamin A, eating carrots can help restore normal vision. However, they do not improve vision beyond normal limits. This myth originated during World War II when Britain claimed its pilots had exceptional night vision due to carrot consumption. In reality, they were using advanced radar technology and wanted to keep it secret. The propaganda worked so well that the myth still survives today. So next time someone drops a fun fact, remember common knowledge isn't always true. If you enjoy having myths exposed and minds blown, drop a comment with video ideas you want to see next. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious.